You're running a race, but there's no finish line in sight. Every step feels heavier, every breath harder. Do you ever feel like you're just running? Running without ever reaching the finish line? We've all been there. Every day is a race, one that doesn't stop, one that never seems to end. And no matter how fast you go, how hard you push, how much you sacrifice, nothing seems to change. The pressure keeps mounting, the expectations never let up, and somewhere along the way, you lose yourself in it all. You've been told to hustle, to grind, to keep moving forward, no matter what. But at what cost? Your well-being? Your happiness? I remember a time when I felt completely overwhelmed, questioning every decision, and feeling like I was stuck in a never-ending cycle. Every morning felt like stepping into another battle I wasn't ready for, and every night I lay awake, wondering when it would end. But then I realized something important, that maybe, just maybe, the answer wasn't to keep pushing harder. Maybe the answer was to take a step back. We often forget to ask ourselves, what are we really running toward? Think about it for a moment. Are we running towards fulfillment? Or are we just trying to keep up, running ourselves into the ground because the world keeps telling us we have to? The truth is, you can get so caught up in trying to be everything for everyone that you lose sight of who you are and why you started running in the first place. You lose sight of what matters, of the parts of you that need nurturing, that need rest. Think about a time when you felt overwhelmed, when the weight of the world was on your shoulders, and you couldn't see a way out. When waking up felt like an impossible task, and all the motivation you had vanished with each passing day. It's the crushing exhaustion. The mental fog that makes every task feel impossible. It's the relentless buzzing in your head, the never-ending to-do lists, and the overwhelming flood of emails and messages. It feels like a storm, one that's impossible to outrun, and you're stuck in the middle of it. There are nights when you lie awake, staring at the ceiling, wondering how you ended up here, wondering why nothing ever seems to be enough. You replay your choices, your failures, the moments you wish you could do over. The world tells you to keep pushing, to grind harder, to be strong. But what does strength really mean? Is it just about enduring more pain, handling more pressure, breaking yourself apart until there's nothing left? But what if I told you that amidst the chaos, there lies a chance for peace and clarity? That even in the darkest moments, there is a path to light? You are not alone in this struggle. Many have walked this path and found their way to the other side. And so can you. Imagine coming home, collapsing on the couch, tears streaming down your face because the weight is just too much to bear. But then, a moment of clarity, a realization that it's okay to say, I need a break, that it's not weakness to rest. It's actually a sign of immense strength. In that moment, you give yourself permission to pause. You realize that it's okay to stop, to breathe, to give yourself the space you've been denying. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to push yourself to the limit to prove your worth. Your value is not measured by how much you endure, but by the courage it takes to be kind to yourself. As Maya Angelou once said, you may not control all the events that happen to you, but you can decide not to be reduced by them. This quote reminds us that our response is within our control, even when everything else feels overwhelming. Think about how empowering it is to take control of your response, to decide that the storm inside you doesn't have to define you. You can decide to step back, to reset, to reclaim your peace. It's within you, waiting to be acknowledged. We've been conditioned to believe that success is defined by the grind, by sacrificing everything for the sake of reaching some distant goal. But what if real success is different? What if true success is about finding balance? About waking up each day with a sense of calm, about knowing that who you are is enough, without all the exhaustion, without all the relentless pushing. It's okay to stop, to step back, to give yourself permission to rest. We've all been taught that success is about doing more, being more, but that's a lie. True success isn't in how much you can handle, but in how well you take care of yourself. You don't have to keep running until you break. You can reclaim your power, but only if you allow yourself to pause, to reset. The world will always demand something from you, but it's okay to let go. It's okay to choose yourself. Imagine waking up tomorrow feeling rested, not rushed, not stressed, but truly rested. Imagine taking a walk outside, not because you're avoiding work, but because you're giving yourself permission to feel the sun on your skin, to breathe in the air, and to simply be. Picture the bustling city life slowing down, transitioning to serene natural landscapes. The visuals shift from chaos to tranquility, mirroring your journey towards peace. Imagine feeling joy again, not because you've accomplished something, but because you've taken the time to reconnect with yourself. That joy, that peace, that sense of fulfillment, it's available to you right now. As Nelson Mandela once said, it always seems impossible until it's done. You don't have to see the end of the road right now. You just need to take the first step toward rest, toward self-care, toward healing. And in that first step, you'll find strength. It's not about having all the answers, it's about having the courage to start again. Take time to reflect on your journey. Acknowledge your struggles and celebrate your growth. Each step forward, no matter how small, is a victory. Think of the people you admire most, the ones who seem content, balanced, who live with a sense of peace. They aren't people who've avoided struggle. They're people who've learned to listen to themselves, who've learned to say no to the things that drain them. They're people who prioritize their well-being, who understand that they're worth more than the sum of their accomplishments. They've learned that burnout doesn't mean they're strong, just means they're ignoring their own needs. The hustle will always be there. The deadlines, the expectations, they're part of life, but they don't define you. Your worth is not tied to how much you can do or how much you can achieve. Your worth is tied to who you are, to the love and care you give yourself, and the compassion you show to others. It's not about how fast you go, it's about going at your own pace, with purpose, with balance. Once you stop chasing approval, once you stop chasing the next task, you'll find that your life begins to flow more naturally. You'll start to attract the things that truly matter. Imagine the strength that lies within you, waiting to be nurtured, waiting to be embraced. That strength doesn't need constant work, constant achievements, or the approval of others. That strength lies in your ability to know when to stop, when to breathe, when to rest. The resilience within you is powerful, but it also needs care, rest, and space to grow. It's okay to acknowledge that you're tired. It's okay to admit that you need a break. You can rise above the exhaustion. You can beat burnout. But it requires you to change your mindset, to redefine success, to choose peace over pressure. And when you do that, when you finally choose yourself, your peace, your happiness, your well-being, you'll find a new kind of strength. A strength that doesn't come from pushing harder, but from embracing stillness. A strength that comes from within. Burnout isn't your destiny. It's a lesson, a chance to rediscover who you are, what you need, and how to move forward with clarity. And when you do, you'll realize something incredible. You don't have to do it all to be enough. You don't have to hustle yourself to exhaustion to prove your worth. You simply need to be kind to yourself, to rest when you need to recharge, to find joy in the simple moments. And from there, you'll move forward with a new sense of purpose, a sense of calm, and a life that is filled with more meaning than the one defined by endless tasks. Today, commit to taking 30 minutes just for yourself. Find a quiet space, turn off your phone, close your eyes, and breathe deeply. Let the stress melt away as you reconnect with your inner peace. Remember that you deserve rest. You deserve joy. You deserve to live a life that feels full, not because you're accomplishing everything, but because you've learned to cherish every small moment. You've got this. Reclaim your peace. Reclaim your life. Remember, it's not about how much you do, but how much you love yourself in the process. And that's how you rise step by step, breath by breath, one moment of peace at a time.